What is the Sedition Act? Have you ever wondered how the United States government has handled dissent during times of crisis? One key piece of legislation that played a role in this is the Sedition Act. This law was designed to criminalize speech or actions that were deemed disloyal or abusive toward the government, especially during times of war. The most notable version of this act was passed in 1918, extending the earlier Espionage Act of 1917. The Espionage Act was originally created when the United States entered World War I. It made it illegal to interfere with military operations or support enemies of the nation. The Sedition Act of 1918 built on this by making it a crime to use disloyal, profane, scurrilous, or abusive language about the government, military, or national symbols. This law primarily targeted those who opposed the war effort, including socialists and communists who openly criticized government policies. During this time, the Sedition Act was used against various political dissenters. One prominent figure was Eugene Debs, a well-known socialist who spoke out against the war and the capitalist system. The government justified these actions by claiming they were necessary to maintain national security and unity during wartime. The Supreme Court upheld these laws, stating that Congress had the authority to prevent speech that could obstruct the war effort. This led to the conviction of many left-wing activists under the Sedition Act. The enforcement of the Sedition Act marked the beginning of the First Red Scare, a period of intense fear of communist revolution in the United States. This fear was influenced by the recent Bolshevik Revolution in Russia, which heightened concerns about the spread of communism. From the perspective of those who supported communism, the Sedition Act was a tool used by the government to suppress socialist and communist movements. It stifled legitimate political dissent and labeled opposition as unpatriotic. The Sedition Act created a climate of fear during the Red Scare. Accusations of communism or socialism could lead to imprisonment or worse. This law curtailed free speech and political opposition under the guise of protecting national security. It set a precedent for later anti-communist measures during the Cold War and McCarthyism. In essence, the Sedition Act represented state repression aimed at preserving the capitalist system and preventing revolutionary change.